feed real quick.
Okay.
All right, we on. Kind. Hey, shalom.
Shalom.
Before we get started with this lesson, we want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Makar. Double honors to our apostles and elders, the great millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And peace and salutation to the elect out there that's labored on and that believe in the names of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Makar. To you, we say shalom.
Shalom.
Brothers from Great Millstone, Charlotte, Great Millstone, Orlando. All right. Coming back with another lesson through the Spirit, power Yahweh, Shem Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Makar, the Lord willing is edifying, man. And pretty much what we want to get into is the fact that, man, our captivity here in Babylon the Great, man, has shown us more evidently that this is not life, man. You know, this is hell for the Israelite man, woman, and child, man. But many specifically talking about the Israelite man, because of us being awoken to the truth. You know, again, we understand pretty much that, man. The Most High put us in this position to ultimately show us this is what happens when you go against the laws of life, man. All right. Because all this is a testament to make us perfect judges. This is why he put us in a position to experience all out wickedness on the highest scale as possible, with us being under the rule of the so-called white man, Esau Edom, man. You know? So we're just going to touch on, you know, current events throughout the Spirit, you know, and, you know, Lord willing, like I said, this will be edifying. So we're going to hop into it.
This is Micah 2:10. It reads, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with the sword of destruction."
Right. So knowing this for a fact, you ain't got to be in the truth to know this, man. All right. Life in America is not good for so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, man. This is not our rest. And when you get clarity through the understanding of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, it makes it all the more clear that, look, this is not our rest because this place is polluted, man. Look at the ideologies that's being pushed here, man. All right, you got the alphabet gang pretty much having free reign over how they want to move, man. I've been saying this. I came to the truth in 2014 that it's gonna come a time in society to where it's gonna be a crime to be a so-called heterosexual man. All right, because you got these damn modes pretty much, you know, all the way to the highest scale. You got the who's that nigga that just the transformer they got in Biden's cabinet? What's he over?
I'm not sure what his name is.
What's he over? The Department of Education, Health, or something like that.
The Department of Health.
I believe it's Department
The
of
Health
Health.
Secretary.
The Department of Health. Kwame, you saying something? Well, pretty much going into.
Oh no, I was just saying that was the Health Secretary.
Yeah. So this is proof that these people don't have the mankind in their best benefit, because you're having a Mo teaching about health, and he's an overweight Mo at that, man. So they've been pushing about how pretty much being a sodomite is a benefit in this world.
Right.
All right. Then they turn around and tell you that, you know, science is the new religion. With science, it changes by the millennium, man. You know, it's always something new that they're coming up with and say this is fact, man. You know?
Perhaps I'm going to that.
Go ahead.
Basically, it's an article saying that it says Transformers residents in Palm Springs, California are eligible to receive UBI of up to $900 per month solely for identifying as transgender or non-binary, no strings attached. You know, so they giving LG, the whole alphabet community, money to you know, push wickedness.
If I may make mention, that UBI, that stands for Universal Basic Income.
And then also got another precept. This is Isaiah 59:15. It says, "Yet truth faileth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. And the Lord saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment." And just the point being that when you decide to repent, you know, you make yourself a prey, because this world is in gross darkness. You know, it's the scriptures say that basically righteousness is an abomination to the wicked. You know, because they got the wicked agendas that they pushing. You know, and that's why they offering that UBI to be a part of the ABC community.
Right,
Yeah.
because here it is, you have universal base income. They're making money off of living a lifestyle that's dangerous and contrary to the scriptures, man. All right? This is the shit that this man promotes in his society, which is exactly why, Esau, you have to be taken out of your power of authority, man. Because you are giving people, how could I say, you're giving them free reign to do whatever the fuck they want to do, and you're encouraging that shit, man.
Hey, to add to that point, Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed. Let me break down one.
Yeah.
I'm reading it. Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees.
And we see that throughout Esau's entire penal code, man. You see his all of his laws and his statutes and what he upholds in this society, man. They're unrighteous decrees. Keep going.
It says, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless.
Exactly, and that's what Esau has done to our people, man. He stripped us entirely of our true law, statutes, and commandments, man. And now he's ushered in his own way of lawlessness, man.
Yep.
Or not his own way, but he's ushered in lawlessness, and he is against the true law, statutes, and commandments of the Holy Scriptures, man.
I mean, you can say it's his own way, because at the end of the day, he's pushing anti-Messiah-like behavior, you know, which we know he's doing the bidding of Satan, but at the same time, it says that he's doing this to turn aside the needy from judgment, which the needy is talking about us, the Israelites, man. You know, because just the example your one brought out about them giving the Transformers $900 for whatever, they're rewarding wickedness. In this society, it rewards people for openly committing wickedness, man. You know, and that shows you that this is Babylon the Great. This is hell for the Israelite man, woman, and child, but mainly the Israelite man, because this place openly promotes wickedness, which when you look at it, wickedness ultimately promotes anti-life, man.
God.
Which is black culture in a nutshell, man. Mm-hmm. It's a death culture, man. You know.
I got a quick precept.
Mm-hmm.
Ephesians 5:14. Wherefore he saith, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Hamashiach shall give thee light. All right, and that's what we telling our people, man. We're going out on the highways and the byways, and on the unicorn, letting our people know, look, you need to wake up out of this bullshit, this madness that you're caught into, this web. You see? Verse 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil, man.
Right.
You see, so the times that we live in are some evil, wicked times, man. And it's undermined by the masses of the people because the world is in gross darkness. You see?
Yeah, because it's to add on to what the brother was bringing out, because they don't look at righteous judgment as something that's good in the earth.
Right.
So when you see somebody living adverse to what society promotes, we're looked at as strange. We're looked at as weirdos in this society, because here it is, we're not looking to be like everybody else. So you're not gonna see, brothers that's in the truth in the club, man. You're not gonna see brothers in the truth, promoting, the BS such as, real brothers promoting, smashing another man's woman, all right, promoting people, Israelites being on drugs, all right. Anything that's adverse to what is actually beneficial for a person. You're not gonna see us promoting shit like that, man, because we understand we're all about life, because that's what ultimately what the truth is about, is pushing life, man. All right, and this society does the exact opposite of that.
Yeah, I got a quick precept. Proverbs 27:12. A prudent man perceiveth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. You see, and that's the reason why 2/3 of our people are gonna get slaughtered out here, man. because they're simple and they're caught up in the ways of this society. Here it is, they're establishing UBI for the LGBTQ lifestyle, but Jake can't even manage to get any type of benefits whatsoever.
Right.
You know? Here it is, you have all these different, health and regulations in these different countries, but then you look at what goes on in America, and Jake he's just simple with it. He doesn't see anything wrong with what's going on, and more so the fact that this devil is about to come on his ass, man. You see? This devil is about to go full-fledged crazy on Jake, man.
Right.
And he thinks, like as we saw from the brothers in the Dallas camp, Jake wants to appease to his master, man. Mm-hmm. But all that shit is gonna come to an end, man. Because it's about to be full-fledged Jacob's trouble out here.
God. I got a precept for you.
You got it.
God, this Sirach 18 and verse 27. A wise man will fear in everything, and in the day of sinning he will beware of offense. But a fool will not observe the time. And we can see, these people are not observing the times, man. That's why they're so absorbed in this folly, because they believe that this place is going to continue on, man. And they're not fearful of sinning every day, man.
Facts. They don't see the ramifications of their actions. Because I always talk about, with this truth teaches you, first and foremost, accountability, and also teaches you, a term called delayed gratification, man. All right? Because it makes you look at things in a long-term spectrum. All right? And this society, it promotes the here and now, short-term gratification, man. All right?
YOLO.
You said what?
YOLO spirit.
Yeah, YOLO, man. It's all about what's here and now, man. And the thing about what Spirit's been on, brother, to go into about building a legacy. This society doesn't push that, man. They'll tell you, you hear niggas like LeBron James, I want to make a legacy for my son. He always pushing. You've been hearing talk about his son's future in the NBA, but at the end of the day, what about your family line beyond Bronny? Beyond your seed. What about your kids, man? Because us being Israelites, we're looking for eternal rulership. We're looking for sovereignty, man. And this world doesn't teach our people on how to actually know how to do that, man. Okay? Because, like I said, you see what's going on in the world, man. With this great reset that's about to happen, Esau was looking beyond his kids. He's looking for his grandchildren's children, because in his mind, as the scriptures tell you, he thinks he's gonna rule forever, man. Jake don't have that type of mindset, man. All right, and that's all because Jake still operates in the mind of a slave. Like the scripture tell you, man, if somebody want to get that, Israel a homeborn slave, why is he spoiled, man?
I have a quick reach out.
You got it.
It's Matthew 24 and 22. It says, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Mm-hmm. And no flesh should be shall be saved because it's a death style. This is not a way to live. We're not truly living. To reiterate.
That's right. At the end of the day, man, the Lord is teaching us how to live properly. This is why when we woke up to this truth, all right, we had to put away the old way of life, which means mortifying the members of your flesh, putting to death the old man, so that you can be renewed in the spirit.
If I may have a precept.
Something? You got it?
If I got two going to the point that you're going to. I get it. This is 2 Peter chapter 1, and I'm gonna start at 1 Peter, so like 1 Peter chapter 4, and I'm gonna start at verse 2. It reads that he no longer should live to the rest of his time in the flesh, to the lust of men, but to the will of the Heavenly Father. For the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles, when we walk in lasciviousness, lust, excess of wine, revelings, banquetings, and abominable idolatries, wherein they think it strange that you run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of them. And just like y'all brothers is going into, this world thinks it evil, you know, this world thinks it evil when you turn away from wickedness. You know, they're fully set on living to their lust. These people in this world, they live to their five senses. If they can't see it, touch it, smell it, hear it, they don't believe in it. You know, it don't make sense to them. You know, and ultimately, the Lord is teaching us how to live. You know, and living is putting off this flesh. You know, living
That's
is
right.
putting off the ways of this world. You know, your fleshly lust, and living to the spirit. You know, sowing to the spirit, like it says in Galatians the 6th chapter. If I could get this second one real quick,
Mm-hmm.
this is 2 Peter chapter 3, and I'm gonna start at verse 11. It says, "Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought you to be, in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the heavenly Father, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness." And just like the brothers was saying, kicking off a lesson, you know, every day in this hellhole, you know, in Babylon the Great is a showcase of how this place is not our rest, you know, and how much we look forward to a true rest, which is the kingdom of heaven, which is going to be on earth, spearheaded by Yahweh Shah Mashiach. You know, and we look forward to this day. That's why we put forward the works. That's why we have faith in his words and his promises, man, because we're looking for that true rest. That rest
Yeah.
isn't here, man. This, you got the, like the brothers are saying, you got the LGBT community running rampant. You know, you got all this wickedness, you know, these guys and within the nation of Israel saying all these abominable things, saying that the Lord didn't do no miracles and all this, that, and the third. And it's just, it shows you every day that this is not your rest. How can you rest here? You know?
Con, I want to add on to the point you were saying real quick. This is 1 John 2:15. It says, "Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him." Right? Because we have to be separated from the ways of the world. Because as you were saying, the ways of this world don't benefit us none. You know,
Right.
because everything in this world, it promotes death, man. Yahweh Shem Shai, he's teaching us how to live, how to have life, man. When you go into the ways of the scriptures, the ways of Yahweh Shem Shai, they're all things that teach us how to live, man. How to live off the land, how to deal with your brother, how to live a godly lifestyle, how to move in the spirit. Those are all aspects of life. This world doesn't teach you that, man. It's all about getting it in now. You know, I gotta do me. I gotta get mine, man. You know. So it says that if any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. Because you ultimately you love the creation more than the creator, like it tells you in Isaiah 29:16, man. It says, "For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world." So if you're concerned about getting yourself together in this world, all right, the love of Yahweh Shem Shai is not in you, because as you just read in that 2 Peter, this life is about to pass away. These people don't understand Esau's great reset. This great reset, this nigga Klaus Schwab actually said it. He said, "Man, you're gonna lose everything and love it. You're not gonna have shit." These devils are in the works of making a carbon tax, man. All right, to where shit they want to have a kill switch and everything. So you have a limit of carbon that you emit, and once you reach your limit, you're cut off for a month. That's the devil, man, because you emit carbon just by breathing.
Mm-hmm.
So that right there lets you know that, man, these devils want control of everything, man. Okay. So if you thinking that, you know, this whole new way of life, the new normal as they call it, that this is something that's cool, you're about to be in for a rude awakening, because you're literally about to be a slave, man. When you watch movies like, you know, The Matrix, it's a movie called Dark City that's like The Matrix. It's movies such as, you know, Ready Player One and such and such. So you're seeing these different things dealing with the metaverse and all this. This shows you Esau wants total control over you, and with the metaverse, to show you how wicked that shit is, man. You're gonna be taxed in the metaverse. So here it is. Like, give me an example of the metaverse, right? You have for brothers that play video games, man. You have the My Player mode in 2K. I don't know. It's one in Madden. I don't know the name of the Madden. I don't play football, but you know, you have the creative players on in Madden,
GTA Online.
GTA Online. You got all these games that pretty much let you create RPG type games. You let you create your person, and you walk around and do what you do. You're going to be able to do that as an escape, but in the metaverse, you're going to be taxed on how you live, man.
Yeah, they already doing it in these games. These games, they charge you these fucking surplus amounts of money now.
Yeah, you got VC.
Yeah.
You got you got these young Jake into Fortnite and Minecraft and Roblox or whatever. They got their own form of currency, man. These are all when you look at it in the spirit. These are all things to condition you to get ready for what's to come, man. Okay, so that's why going back to the scripture, it says, 1 John 2:16. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of Yahweh shall abide forever. So if you had some sense to you, you would say, man, fuck this world, everything that comes with it, everything that's about to come with it, with this whole new way of living. Because if you want to truly seek eternal life, man, you're going to do the will of Yahweh man. All right.
We got two precepts. Get that first one, bro.
Proverbs.
Mhm.
This is Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
Mm-hmm.
God, because we see the fruits of this man Esau, man. Everything that he's been promoting and that he's wanting to bring upon this world, don't get caught up in that shit. That's what we telling Jake. Yo, now is the time to depart, because this is not our rest, and we know that this shit is about to be destroyed by Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. The fruits of this man's society leads to destruction. It's point blank period evident that this society is destined for destruction, man. Why the fuck would you be envious of this man, man? You see, he's about to get destroyed, right?
Let me get this next precept. Sirach 9 and 11. Envy not the glory of a sinner, for thou knowest not what shall be his end.
Right, we see the end of the fruits of Esau's labors, man. Destruction. So why the fuck would you want to take part of that? As the priest was saying, if you can see what's going on in this society, you would say, fuck this place, man. Fuck everything that this place has to offer, because it ain't offering shit out here.
Nope.
Except for pain and continual strife, man. It's no peace here.
Nope.
All that peace that Jake thinks that he's able to find, that shit is just a figment of his imagination. You see?
Man.
The little piece that he's able to find. So again, for thou knowest not what shall be his end, man. Don't be joined with this nigga when he gets destroyed. Depart.
Yeah.
Spiritually depart from this fucking place.
Yeah.
You got something?
Yep, let's add on to you. This is the book of Isaiah 28, and I'm going to start at 15. It says, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us, for we have made lies our refuge, and have under falsehood have we hid ourselves. So the main point, it says that our people have made a covenant with death, man. And they think that because they went along with Esau's plan and his agendas, that when this society shifts to this new way of life, that they're going to be good, not knowing that you're in a trick bag, because you're not seeing that in the grand scheme of things, that the Most High is the one that rules in the kingdom of men, like it tells you in Daniel 4:17, and that he's allowing Esau to do this because the true great reset is not what Esau is bringing, it's what the Lord is bringing. And the Lord is doing this to bring in a new way of life, which is the kingdom of heaven, man. All right? So he's allowing Esau to do this because he's going to let Esau come into his blessing just so slightly enough to where he's going to think he got it, and the Lord's going to pull the rug from under him and like, look, nigga, this is my rule. I'm letting you do this for my game real quick. Get Romans 9, I think 17.
How's someone go there?
Because at the end of the day, Jake don't realize this is all the Most High's plan. And so with us being given the blueprint of what Yahweh Shem Yahushua end goal is, we understand that the Lord's only allowing Esau to do this for his benefit, man.
So Romans chapter 9 and verse 18, it reads, "Therefore hath he mercy on whom he will have mercy,
What's 17 say?
and whom you look for 19,
Come.
and whom he will harden.
Mm-hmm.
Thou wilt say then unto me, why doth he yet find fault? For who hath resisted his will?" This is 4, right?
Go up to 17.
17. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh,
That's it, yeah.
my bad. Even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might shew my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
Right. The Most High allowed Esau to get to the point where he's at to show his power. Because understand, the Lord, as it tells you in Daniel 4 and 17. Again, matter of fact, get that real quick. So I don't want to quote it. Let the scripture speak for what it say. Daniel 4. Hold what you got. I'll talk about get it.
Okay.
Because this is all the Most High's movement in the day. That's the thing that I want to make clear. Everything that Esau is doing, he's not doing it of his own will. Because this nigga's a puppet. Just as we're puppets. But we're puppets for righteousness, man. Lord willing, we're of the elect. This nigga Esau, he's a puppet for wickedness, man. So we all are playing a part in the grand scheme of things for the Most High. Because when you understand this truth, you understand that life ain't nothing but a big chess game to the Most High. And the Most High is using us as pawns, but you understand when a pawn gets to the other side of the chessboard, what happens? He becomes a king. And the Lord is about to make us kings, man. Okay? Go ahead.
And this is Isaiah 34 and 16 says, "Seek ye after the book of the Lord, and read. No one of these shall fail, none shall want her mate. For my mouth it hath commanded them, and his spirit it hath gathered them." Hey, so everything that is in the Bible has happened and it's going to happen, Nobody resists the Lord's will, so just reiterating everything that the Lord wants to happen, like Isaiah 46 and 10 says, he's going to do all his pleasure. So that's what's going to happen.
Yep.
I have a precept for y'all.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Job chapter 20, and I'm gonna start at verse 15. It reads, "He hath swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. The heavenly Father shall cast them out of his belly. He shall suck the poison of asps, the viper's tongue shall slay him. He shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter. That which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein." Everything that this devil is labored for, in wickedness, he's going to restore. The Lord has raised this devil up. He's allowed him to have the power of the sword, to conquer the earth, to hoard up all the riches, and everything that he's hoarded up, he's going to restore, in due time. It says, "Because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away an house which he builded not. Surely he shall not feed quietness in his belly. He shall not save that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, the heavenly Father shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating." And the Lord is going to allow this devil to get to the fullness of his sufficiency. He's going to allow him to get to the point where he thinks that his NWO plans is going to come to pass. He's going to be God. It's going to look like that. The Lord going to let it get to that point, and then he's going to cast all his wrath upon him.
Hey, like I said, he's in the ultimate trick bag, man. Like you just read, man. He's gonna allow him. He gonna sit at the table. Yeah, he gonna chip majority of the world. He's gonna have the world in subjection to where he thinks he's about to enjoy his NWO, not knowing the Most High is coming with that. You had short time at the Apollo. You had that cane, right? Nigga got booed out the stage. Hey, get out here. That Most High about to do him like that. Look, get up out of here, man. Because you're not written to win, man. You bitch ass devils thinking you really y'all got it. Y'all don't, man. The Most High is you. If we're gonna be all the way honest with it, the Lord is only using you devils to get rid of the undesirables of Israel. If we're gonna be all the way 100 with it, man, that's the only reason you're here, man. Okay? Psalm 17:13. You're the sword of the Most High, man. So what you're doing, you're gonna wipe out a lot of the undesirables, and then the Lord's gonna wipe your ass out, man. All right?
God, I got a precept for you.
You got it.
God, this is Proverbs 21 and 1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will. So, like just laying back and off what the brother was saying, man. Yahweh Shema Shai is guiding these devils to do his bidding, man. They might feel like they're in control, but at the end of the day, he's gonna do with them as he wishes, man.
That's right. Because at the end of the day, we're all at the mercy of the will of the Most High, like the one we read earlier in Romans. Okay, who has resisted the will of the Most High? Nobody. Ask Nebuchadnezzar. He's a good example of that. The Most High had a nigga out in the field eating grass like a damn cattle, man. And then when he gave him his sense back, when he said, "Yo, the God of Israel, he's the Most High. He's the one that's in control, man." Esau, when you go into history, Esau was the only heathen nation that never acknowledged the Most High as being the Most High. Every other nation at some point in time gave that reverence to the Most High. It's just Esau, man, because his pride had deceived him, man, But they forgot, because you go in history when they conquered America, they had a term called manifest destiny, man. And with manifest destiny, they said that God guided them to obtain the land that they got, man. You ain't gonna hear manifest destiny no more in 2022, because Esau thinks that everything that he's done on his own, man. If it wasn't for the Most High, you would have never conquered Gad and Reuben, man. Especially Reuben. You go into the Florida Seminole, it's like the Florida Seminole Wars, And Reuben was fucking Esau up, man. And it wasn't until the Most High gave Esau the spirit to invent the Gatling gun to where he got that advantage, man. But a lot of the war tactics that you see Esau, take in with the army now, they got that from Gad and Reuben, man. We'll go ahead and get that Daniel about Moshe.
God, this is Daniel chapter 4, verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers.
And the watchers being the prophets, man. Go ahead.
And the demand by the word of the holy ones.
Which are also the prophets.
To the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men.
Right, so we're set out here to tell you that everything that's going on is done by the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We're trying to tell you that, look, man, there's no such thing as free will. Nothing is done of your own accord. Nothing is done by coincidence. There's no such thing as karma. There's no such thing as anything that goes outside of knowing that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is the one that runs things, man. Go ahead.
And giveth it to whomsoever he will.
Mm-hmm.
And setteth up over it the basis of men.
Right, so Yahweh Shem Yahushua is in control of whoever rules in society, man. Okay? So every kingdom that you saw rise and fall was all courtesy of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, allowing the heathen nation to rule, and then eventually he fell. Going all the way back to Egypt. The Egyptians ruled, the Most High brought them down. All right? You had the Babylonians ruled, then the Assyrians brought them down. All right, the Greeks ruled, the Median Persian, the Medo-Persian, empire, they ruled. All these different heathen nations ruled for a certain period of time, and the Most High took them out because he's the one that determines who's going to rule. And what we're seeing now is that transition of power to where Esau being the last heathen nation that's going to rule. He's letting him get his last little licks in before he takes him out. And that's one thing you can't say about the Most High is he's not fair. He gave all y'all turn. Esau, you being the most demonic and idiotic, because here it is, you had all dominion, and look how bad you fumbled the pack, man. Okay? You made the world the most diabolical, the most degenerate. You made the world the worst it's ever been in history, man. God. Because people look at America like it's a great kingdom. No, it's not. Me personally, I like looking at, you have the thing they call the 9 wonders of the world, or whatever number is or whatever. When you look at the ancient kingdoms, my favorite, in the spirit, I like looking at the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, man. When you look at that and see how beautiful that was, because we built that, of course, America is bullshit compared to these damn kingdoms. You look at Egypt, you look at all these different captivities, man. America is shit, man. This is a cesspool compared to past kingdoms, man.
Right. had a quick precept just to feed off of the topic. Daniel 2:20. Daniel answered and said, "Blessed be the name of the Most High forever and ever. For wisdom and might are His."
Mm-hmm.
And he changeth the times and the seasons. He removeth kings and setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto them that know understanding. All right. And the point being is he removeth kings and setteth up kings, because what we're witnessing right now is the transition of power, man. You see, Esau thinks that the new world order is to usher in his system, right? But ultimately, what it is the destruction and the demise of this empire that he sought out to build, man. You see, because everything that Esau has done to this point, he thought that he was never going to have to account for all of that madness, man. But now he's starting to see, look, the men of the Lord are waking up. The Israelites are aware of who they are. He's aware of the times and the seasons, you see, and he's about to come down with great wrath on Jake. But nothing that he does is going to withstand against the prophecies, man, of him falling, man. Because as we know, pursuing the 2 Ezra 6 and 9, Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, man. You see? So all of this is set up in the spirit so that Esau can fall, man, and that Jake can be set up as the next ruler. That's on.
Okay. This is Isaiah 47:7. It says, "Thou saidst, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it." It's going into you saying, basically, Psalm 49:11. Esau didn't. He figured that this was going to go on forever. You know, he figured that the blueprint that he had that worked over the last couple hundred years was going to keep working, but he didn't consider that the Lord required that with his past, and that the Lord is going to he's bringing this place down. You know.
God. If a brother could hold Sirach chapter 10 from verse 1.
I got you.
Yeah, I got a precept for you.
God.
This is Job 14, and I'm going to start in verse 4. And it reads, "Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one." And we understand that, you know, Esau Edom is the basest human in existence, man. So there's no cleaning this unclean beast, man. Verse 5, "Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass," right? So Yahweh Shai has a line drawn where Esau can't get past, man. That's how we know that, like scriptures say. And so I'm just grab it in Job 20. Job 20 and 4. "Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed on earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, joy of the hypocrite but for a moment." And so Esau's time has already been calculated, man. Their time to rule has a definitive expiration date on it, man.
God. Beautiful.
This is Sirach 10 and verse 1.
See, because before we get into this, just to circle it back to the topic of this can't be life, man. We are tired of you, Esau, running the world, man. Everything that you do is an exact reason of why you need to be taken out of power, man. You need to be taken out of your power seat because, as the priest said, you fumbled the fucking pack. You were given the world to rule, and everything you've done is fuck up the world.
Yep.
You see? You got shit from a micro level all the way to a macro level. You fucked up the way how the world operates, itself, and the people.
Yeah.
You see? How fucking insane do you have to be, man? This is the son of perdition. You see? This wicked nigga, and he tries to hide like he's innocent.
Yeah.
No, man. You are the wicked.
Yeah. You had that old Planet of the Apes movie, you know, Possible Ball always like to talk over Charles, I think his name is Charles Heston, whatever his name is, you know. It's the old joint before, you know, they brought it back. But pretty much in the old joint, you see they have a scene where they bring out the ancient scrolls because, of course, when you watch Planet of the Apes with the spiritual eye, you see that the apes are Jake, right? Mm-hmm. So he says that the ancient scrolls, which, you know, symbolically, we're the apes, and the scrolls is the Bible. It said the scroll, beware of the beast man. Esau, you're that beast man. And you had the elders up in Connecticut go into how Esau was he was the wild man. When you go into the medieval times, man, and Esau was up in them caves living, like straight up animals, man. And this is the same man that you're seeing rolling now, man. You see the Geico commercials. It's so easy a caveman can do it because these damn devils, they still rule the world with a base way of thinking. This is why when you read Job 30, it said the Lord said he's bowed in the earth, man. All right, I had two real quick to add to what you were saying.
Okay.
This is Proverbs 29:2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Because under the rule of the devil, everybody is in mourning. From the people to the animal to the earth itself, man. All right? Because the thing that this world doesn't think about is you gotta understand Yahweh Shem Shai's spirit is in everything. When you get into the meaning of the name of Yahweh, his name means Yahweh. It means he is or he exists, which means his spirit is in everything. The plants, everything. The earth itself. Even things you wouldn't think have spirits. Everything has Yahweh Shem Shai's spirit, man. Okay, so everything's in mourning thanks to Esau Edom, man. All right. So this is why when you get that clarity, you understand. This is why in Ecclesiastes it tells you, man, with much wisdom bringeth much sorrow. For all you brothers and you sisters that watch this video, man, hey, go to the zoo. Go to a zoo or go to an aquarium and see how the animals are depressed, man. And you'll understand when you see a nigger in the jail cell, man. They feel the same way we feel, man. You see the earth itself is crying out, man. All right, because to show you that the earth has a spirit, man, it's a meme that you can actually look up where it shows you how grass looks under a microscope, right? Grass actually has the grass looks like it has a smile on its face, man. Okay, that shows you that this is the Lord, His spirit and everything. So with Esau being in rulership, man, everything is mourning because he's killing everything, man. Chemtrails, GMO. He's not giving the earth no rest. You have a thing called a land Sabbath. So the earth is constantly being plowed. Okay? So everything is in mourning thanks to this damn devil, man. All right? I got one more. I'm trying to find it. But just my point being that everything is fucked up. All right? This is 2nd Ezra chapter 14, verse 17. It says, for look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. The earth is in a weakened state right now, thanks to the devil Esau Edom ruin right now, man.
All right, you got all these different types of natural resources that are being drained so frequent that they're not even able to replenish themselves, man.
Yeah, it's a thing I've been hearing through different podcasts and news articles that said that within the next 4 to 10 years, I forget the time. Lord, we're not here that long, but they said that the earth is going to run out of topsoil, man. So you're not even going to be able to plant herbs anymore.
That's major.
People don't understand how important that is to the earth, man. You're not going to be able to farm. Topsoil is important, man. Okay, we're breathing in fake air, and the thing that the Elder Yashwama sent me, which is heavy. You got, you vegan fanatics, right? You think you go to the store, you're buying organic vegetables and fruit. Understand, everything that we're buying in the stores is all manufactured in a factory. The food that we're eating is not even real. The air that we're breathing is not real. The water we're drinking is not real. Everything is poison.
It's not real. This isn't life.
This is not life, man. So the earth is being weakened as we speak. All because we're being ruled by the damn devil. Satan incarnate. And to get clarity, Baba Bashar, I'm going to give it right back to you. I'll give it to Job 9:24, bro. Because this is all, I did a lesson, Esau flagged it, but I did a lesson called All Fingers Point Back to One Man.
Yep.
Because every single problem you see going on the earth, it all goes back to the same culprit, the damn white man, man. This bastard has fucked everything up, man. Because he's not fit to rule, man.
God.
You got it.
Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Who's the damn wicked? All right? Everybody wants to dance around that damn question. But when you look at it in a sensible, mind and think, okay, who rules the world? You got Christians that don't want to answer that.
Right.
Jake don't want to answer that. But let's be honest. Who controls the laws? Who controls the money? Who controls where everything goes? Esau, the so-called white man.
Yes.
So he is the wicked. The earth has been given into the hand of the wicked, which shows you that the power, the Most High has the power. He gave it to Esau, man. That's a precept of Daniel 4:17. Go ahead.
And you say like how the Christians and these different people don't want to address who the wicked is. Well, it's going to give you even further clarification.
Right.
You see, to where you have to think logically.
Right.
He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
If not, where? Who's the one that said God was so-called white? Who's the one that said so-called Jesus was white? Because when you do a process of elimination, we don't see a Asian Jesus. We don't see an African Jesus. We don't see an Arab Jesus. It's all white.
Right.
Anytime you see a prominent person in power, what are they? They're white.
They're white.
All right, you watch these Marvel, me personally, I love you, I'm real big into anime and superhero type shit. These are all so-called white people because they desire to have that power because they're envious because they know deep down in their spirit that they know that's come for us.
And that they will never obtain that fucking
They
power.
will never get it, and that's what eats them up the most, man. So this is why they've done everything in their power to make the so-called Black, Latino, Native Americans in the state that we're in. They figured out how to destroy us down to a molecular level, man.
God.
You know?
Back to that Sirach.
Yeah, let me grab this right quick.
I'll read it for what you got.
Matter of fact, we could do that Sirach 10, honestly.
This is Sirach 10:1.
She need me to hold.
A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
God. So the way how you're supposed to operate as a judge, Esau, which you will never be able to, is in the fashion that was just stated in that first verse. You see? To instruct your people and to be a prudent man and to instruct them well. See, because everything that you instruct your people on is totally out of course. Let's get into the judges that you have set up here on your side, Esau. You had a judge that had committed suicide in New York, right? Because he had ties to a strip club owner who was charged with sex trafficking. All right? So the judges that you have set up over your society, what are they tied into? Child molestation, rapists, all types of wicked shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's just that's an entry level position of power, man. How much more are you elitist, man? It's gonna go into that. Keep going, bro.
As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
So when you look at the psyche and the state of our people and the rest of the world, and why the world is in gross darkness, as the priest made mention of, who the fuck does the finger point back to?
Right.
See, because Esau loves to do that shit to us. Point the fucking finger.
He'll divert the issue and just put it all on us, man.
Right.
Like you had the Edomite dealing with the apostles and the elders of Dallas. Black on black, black on black. But look at it. Who's the one that's putting guns in all the black neighborhoods?
Yep.
Who's the one that's putting all the drugs in black neighborhoods? Who's the one that's advocating for black women and Latino Native American women to abort their children? It's all Edomites, man.
School to prison pipeline.
Exactly.
You even had with the fucking the drug runnings that occurred in the 90s, or the 80s and the 90s, when you had Jake over in the U.S. trying to sell drugs in their communities, but who was it going to? Who are the funds going to? To the Contras in the Northern Kingdom.
Right.
Just fucking up everything, man.
Right.
You see? And when you point that fucking finger at us, you see who was the culprit, the fucking Where's Waldo. In the midst of all this fucking madness, it's a little fucking scrawny, little fucking Edomite in the back with a fucking hunchback with a long nose, man.
It's the Wizard of Oz, man.
Yes.
You know? Because when you watch the Wizard of Oz, man, you pull the curtain back, you see a little scrawny bitch ass Edomite
Right.
they're pulling the strings, man.
Yep.
You know?
That's why they say follow the money.
Mm-hmm.
You follow the money and it leads you back to the motherfucker that's pulling the strings. Because what the elite say, they say, yo, I already fucked that quote up, but it said something about damn, how to go. Pretty much saying that, you know, pretty much let me have the money and you know, I don't care who makes the laws or something along the lines. I forget exactly how it's worded. You know, y'all brothers know, y'all can say it, but something like that, because all they care about is control, man. Because these elites are the main ones in power, and their plans have been exposed for the longest, man. You got Edomite truthers, you got conspiracy theorists, which, hey, speaking of conspiracy theories been winning as of late, man. You know what I mean? Hey, we 82-2 right now. It's like we 82-0 right now, man. You know, Lord willing, we continue, you know, to push this word out, because at the end of the day, everything that we've been saying is true. We warned you about the Windows 1999. We told you that, man. Hey, Bill Gates in his TED Talk told you years way before the CVID said it's going to be a pandemic that's going to change the world. And then what happened? The CVID hit, and it put the world in a whole new way of thinking.
You had the apostles and the elders for years talking about the Charagma being the CHIP.
Yeah.
And now you see that narrative is full-fledged. You also had Klaus Schwab in 2016 have an interview where he was discussing the fact by 2026 that technology was going to be fully pushed, man.
And we see it. We see everything happening now because it's all through prophecy. Prophecy, prophecy, prophecy. That's all that matters, because that's what is running things right now, man. And if you're a man of wisdom, Bible Shah gets Sirach 39:1. Because you're able to see this because the Lord has opened our eyes up, man. You know?
This is Sirach chapter 39 verse 1. It says, "But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies."
And we're occupied in prophecy because, hey, we're following the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Okay, because we understand we're fighting for life right now, man. This is a spiritual battle, as it tells you in Ephesians chapter 6. This is a spiritual battle that we're fighting against the principalities of darkness, man. These people don't understand that these elites actually commune with demons. Yeah. You know, it was brought out that they actually have a table to where they actually have their seances, and they have a seat that's open for Satan, and Satan will literally manifest himself and talk to them and let them know this is what you need to do. But the thing about it, what makes this truth so heavy, as you read real quick. I know I'm taking the lesson.
You're good.
Job 2, man. Satan is a double agent that's playing you devils, man.
Yep.
All right. You devils, as we keep saying, you are in a trick bag. So you're not understanding that Satan is really playing you niggas, man. Okay?
All right.
Go ahead.
This is Job chapter 2 and verse 2. It says, "And the Lord said unto Satan, From whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, From going to and fro in the earth."
Third one.
And again, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord.
It said that the sons of God presented themselves before the Lord. Let's go ahead.
And Satan came also among them.
Which means that what? Satan was a son of God, which means what? Satan was checking in with Yahweh Hashem, with Yahweh Salaki. All right?
You gotta check in.
Satan was checking in, so that cuts that whole doctrine that, you know, Satan rebelled against the Most High in heaven and got cast down to earth. No, Satan's in order. Satan works for the Most High, man. All right, go ahead.
And the Lord said unto Satan, From whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it.
Right, because Satan is doing the will of the Most High. He's constantly trying people, man. All right, so we're understanding that, hey, Satan, he's telling these elites what to do ultimately because he's pretty much putting these elites in a situation to where
they're gonna fuck up.
That's like that mental society thing. You know you fucked up, right? You know you fucked up, right? Because they don't understand that they're in a trick bag, man. And this is why us being in the truth, that's why, hey, John 8:32 tells you that the truth has set us free. Because we understand that we're in the light, man. All right? We understand everything is happening because Yahweh Shem Yahushua is doing this to really set up the elect to obtain the new world, man.
If I may, whether you want, you got that Amos 3:7, because that's going to align with what you're saying. Because the Lord has set it up to where the rest of the world is blinded, but we are very fortunate, us brothers and you few sisters out there, to actually hear this word and receive this word, man.
That's right.
Because this is a true blessing to see the to have foresight, man.
Right.
To have an understanding of things before they even come to fruition.
That's right.
This is Amos. About to say something?
You got it.
It's Amos 3:7. It says, Surely the Lord God will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants the prophets.
Amen. And starting with our elders and apostles on down, man, we've been able to see what's to come through the Spirit, man. Through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, we've been blessed and fortunate to actually understand and receive this word, man. You know what I'm saying? And now, everything that we were told, you know, times before is manifesting in the earth, you know? So, hey, again, Satan has these elites in a trick bag. You see, they think that they're doing something, being that they're the sons of darkness, but us being the sons of the light, we have secrets and access to on a whole different scale, man. You see? So Esau thinks that he's doing something when he's doing all this wickedness and witchcraft. Man, that shit don't matter against anything that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai has set up for the men of the Lord, man.
Because at the end of the day, they don't understand that you persecuting us for our beliefs ain't doing nothing but verifying the scriptures. Because what we're seeing that we're doing is we're trying out for Godhood. All right, we went into that last night. Me and Brother Tazamach. You know, we're auditioning for Godhood, and in the midst of us trying to obtain that light, we're going to be tried on every scale possible. Because to be a God, that's not no light thing, man. Okay. That's a heavy lot, because understanding the elect, we were talking about this earlier, the elect, 144,000, all right? That's a small number amongst the vast majority of Israel. And in doing that, it's like, and looking at that in the grand scheme of things, we're seeing that the Most High is just going to give that a lot just to end everybody, man. You have to be willing to literally risk everything, even your life, to obtain that life. And this is why the scriptures tell you that we love our life unto death. We don't give a fuck about this damn life. At the end of the day, this ain't living. You know, I mentioned yesterday, man, my rib said some heavy shit, man, when she was pretty much saying, like, yo, this whole way, this life is a simulation, man. When you watch The Matrix is my favorite movie of all time, man. Because The Matrix is literally speaking about what we're doing right now. This shit right now, we're in the Matrix right now. But when we walk in the Spirit, we break out the Matrix, man. You know.
I got a precept for you.
You got it, bro.
Hey, because going to what you were saying, this is Matthew chapter 19 and verse 29. It says, and everyone, verse 27 actually. It says, then answered Peter and said unto him, behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit on the throne of his glory, he also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And
Right.
everyone that have forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands for my name's sake, shall receive an hundredfold, and shall inherit everlasting life. But
That's
many
right.
that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. You know, and just like the brother's going into, man, this everything here is a simulation. You know, we don't give a damn about this life, man, because this ain't life. You know, you wake up to some unnatural ass alarm clock, go to a
Yep.
job that you hate, to be around people that you hate even more. You know, just to repeat the whole cycle day in and day out. This isn't a life, man. You know, the Lord created this earth to be way much more than what we experience right now. We're supposed to be able to travel. You know, we're supposed to be able to eat good foods and get nutrients off of it. You know, we're supposed to be able to breathe clean air. We're supposed to be able to be around the animals, you know, and not in a depressed state like the brother's going into, man. You go to these zoos, half these animals on antidepressants, man. You know, how the fuck is a lion depressed, man? You know, they got them all
Right.
caged up, man. It don't make no
Right.
sense. You know, it's like when you really come to this truth, you know, when the Lord gives you the vision, like the brother was speaking about earlier, you know, you realize that this ain't it. You know, there has to be more to life than just this. You know, there has to be more to life than just eating, shitting, living, and dying. It has to be more than life to that, man. You know, and we right now we forsaken this so-called life, you know, this survival to inherit life. You know, and just like the scriptures say, we shall receive a hundredfold, and that's a promise. You know, that's something that the Lord said, verily, meaning truly, I say unto you, we shall receive a hundredfold for forsaking whatever it is on this life, because this is the matrix. Like the brother was saying, everything here is a facade, man. You know, you go into these to you know, these jakes who have buku money, you know, they're celebrities and whatnot, and they'll tell you themselves that it ain't all it is, it ain't all cracked up to be. All it
Right.
is cracked up to be, man. They'll tell you they fighting demons on the daily. You know, you go into some of these rappers. I was listening to this dude. I forget what his name was, Can or Summer or something like that. He said he need medicine just to go to sleep, man.
Damn.
You know, these niggas is plagued with all this cash. They plagued with all this because they've been chasing this nightmare, man. This American dream, so to speak.
And that's why the scriptures say, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because when you try to invest your time and your energy and focus into this place, it's going to drive you insane.
For
Right.
real.
Right.
That's why these niggas, like you said, you got these rappers and these artists and these, you know, all these quote unquote, you know, successful Israelites. But once you get into the nitty gritty of what they go through on a day to day basis, they fighting with themselves, man.
Yeah.
You know?
They know they labored in vain. Because I spoke about LeBron James earlier, right? This whole, you know, you have niggas in the world that'll fucking fight you for this whole debate about who's the GOAT, you know, whether it's him or Michael Jordan. And I heard this faggot, Dwayne Wade, say, you know, the talk about the GOAT really it's a stupid conversation because you have Michael Jordan. When you look at kids today don't know the greatness of Jordan. Okay? So they look at LeBron James and seeing what he's done, he's doing it and has done, and think that he's the GOAT. But then you look at prior to Jordan, you had Wilt Chamberlain, you had Bill Russell, you had Magic Johnson, you had all these great basketball players. I'm just using ball as an example, but these guys' legacy, once it got to that new generation, their legacy faded.
Yep.
You know, so everything that they worked for really was vain, man. And like you were saying, these guys that are working for this vainglory, pretty much, they sold themselves for naught, man. Real quick, Ecclesiastes 6 and 7. It says, all the labor of man is for his mouth, and yet the appetite is not filled. Because at the end of the day, they working for something that's not satisfying, man. The thing that we got in this truth is we know that the bread that we're fighting for, man. It says that we're never gonna hunger after, man, because at the end of the day, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he's truly giving us a true chance to establish a real legacy, man. Because what a real legacy, what that entails is your name is going to be remembered for eternity. You see legacies of the legacy of King David, the legacy of Noah, of Moses, of the prophets Ezekiel, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Jonah, Hosea, on down the line, man. Ezra. These men to this day, these men lived thousands of years ago. We're in 2022, so-called, and we're still talking about these men's great feats, man. Because the things they labored for was something that mattered, that lasted, man. Ain't nobody talking about no fucking no Jay-Z, you know, no Nas, no fucking Grandmaster Flash, no, like I said, Bill Russell. These carnal men, their feats are nothing to these new generations, man. You know, but the men of the Lord, they're to this day they're still spoke about, man. You know.
Got a precept for you. 1 Corinthians 9:25, and every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things.
Mm-hmm.
Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
So the crown that we trying to obtain, man, it's an incorruptible crown, like as the brother was making mention of, and you can see that that's evident. You can see that precept that was just read is real because every single prophet is still spoken of in their respective lot to this very day. Years and decades and generations and thousands of years have passed by and they still talked about. They're still held in high regard.
They're talking about like they're still here.
Yes.
You know? But like I mentioned, these guys on a car level, their feats eventually fade away after so much, man. Like I said, man, Jay-Z did all this work to be one of the greatest rappers of all time. And look at it. These new generation niggas, these Gen Zers, they don't like Jay-Z, especially you from the South. You know, these niggas don't fuck with Jay-Z music, man.
Nah, can I read this in the NLT Bible Group Shop?
Go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna read this it's 1 Corinthians 9 in the NLT. I'm gonna start at 24.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you realize that in a race everyone runs, but only one person gets the prize?
Yep.
So run to win.
Damn.
All athletes are disciplined in their training.
Right, because these niggas will kill themselves to get where they at, man. LeBron James, I'll bring him up again. He spent millions of dollars on his body to be able to do what he's doing at his age, man. Which it is a great feat. We're not gonna lie, you know, that is awesome. But it's minuscule to the real grand scheme of things, man. Because when Babylon pretty much it implodes, ain't nobody gonna be giving a damn about LeBron James, man. When the economy crashes and society breaks down, LeBron James is gonna be your average Joe Blow, you know. Jay-Z gonna be it's a saying I heard when I first came to the truth, man. Jay-Z and these niggas, they gonna be running from tanks just like we're gonna be running from tanks, man. You know? These niggas ain't nobody special. You know, they just got prestige in this society because people look at them as somebody notable. Just like the dollar is special because people believe in the dollar, man. But the dollar ain't shit, man. You know?
I got a little bit more on it.
And if I may make a point, just going into what the brother's speaking on, you know, like scriptures say, there's nothing new under the sun. And even back in these other kingdoms, they had people of renown, you know, artists and musicians and, you know, politicians, athletes, things of that nature. So, but the prophets and the men of the Lord are the only things that persisted through these generations, man.
Exactly.
They do it to win a prize that will fade away. But we do it for an eternal prize.
That's right.
So I run with purpose in every step. I am not just shadowboxing.
Woo! Hey.
That's cool.
That's tough. That's tough.
Cool.
Hey, look, at the end of the day, shit, we got a purpose, man. All right, we got a purpose that we're trying to obtain because at the end of the day, we want to be those men whose names are set in stone. That's written in the book of life, man. Like Kwame was saying, that names don't fade over history, man. You know. You gotta go.
If I may say this, because you was making that point earlier about how, the Lord, he just ain't gonna set just anybody next to Yahweh Shai. That 144,000 gonna be the upper echelon. They're gonna be that top notch, and those are gonna be the ones who ain't shadow boxing right now on this side of life. Those ones who actually putting in the work, they're getting their jersey wet. When the Lord return, they're gonna be able to say, "Hey, shit, I gave it all I got." Lord willing, the Lord say, "Well done, thou good and faithful servant." But Yahweh just ain't gonna sit just anybody next to Yahweh Shai. Hell no. That's gonna be just like the men around King David. Those men who are tried. Those men of valor. That's who the Lord gonna set next to Yahweh Shai to be in that council. And each brother, I'm pretty sure I can speak for all brothers when I say we trying to be that 144,000, man. We trying to strive to be around Yahweh Shai, to see Yahweh Shai give counsel. To see Yahweh Shai smile and point at different brothers and say, hey, what you think about what we should do with these Moabites. We wanna be there, man. And experience that vibration coming off the Lord. Lord willing.
I got a definition and a precept. This is the word practical, because that's essentially the spirit that was Paul, right?
Yes, it was.
Kind of that Paul was in. It says practical, because you don't want to be. Let me see some antonyms. You don't want to be theoretical or just doing it just to be doing it. You want to be practical.
You don't want to be winging it, man.
That's essentially what he was talking about with the shadow boxing. It says of or concerned with the actual doing or use of something rather than with theory and ideas. So you want to actually have a goal. You want to keep your eye single.
You want to have a purpose, man.
I got a precept that's going into because Jake is more so worried about LeBron James and folly, but truly the end of that tunnel is vain. That vainglory brothers was getting into. This is Haggai 1:6. It says, "Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with the drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes." So truly, they under the curses as well. So that lifestyle that they're following is in vain. We was created. Ecclesiastes 12:13. That's that way that's profitable.
Because like you had the priest make mention of, you got all these niggas that be doing this shit and they go hard for their practice and they don't really get nothing out of it, man.
They still unhappy.
But how much more us when we're trying to obtain an eternal prize, man?
Right.
Because you have niggas like LeBron James. I think about Kobe Bryant and his dedication to what he did. He always talks about, don't look at what I did, but how I did it, and his approach to what he put his mind to. Because you definitely had people like that was like that in the time of Corinth when Paul was sent out there. Like, it's a reason why he spoke those metaphors to the people of Corinth, because that's what they was involved in. You had good sports people, but what they ain't get shit.
But if I can speak on Kobe, you see all the work that Kobe put in, and the moment that nigga died, he was automatically thrust out of the Mount Rushmore of Laker players, man. As much blood, sweat, and tears he put in for that franchise, the moment LeBron James came, he automatically is not talked about as wanting to be a Laker great no more. And LeBron ain't did shit for Lakers. He actually is underwhelmed immensely.
A bubble ring.
Being a Laker. But this nigga Kobe gave his life to that franchise, literally.
His whole life.
Gave his life to that franchise, and as soon as he died, now he's forgotten, man.
Yeah.
That's why I said, man, we're laboring for that incorruptible crown, because the reward we're going to obtain, what will be of the elect, is going to be a glory that's never going to fade, man.
If I could give an example to brothers right quick. Here it is. brothers still talk about Abba Bivens.
Come on, man.
Real talk.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? That's that our elder Abba Bivens gave his life for this gospel, man.
Right, Masha.
You know?
King Masha too, yeah.
King Mashal too. You know what I'm saying? Our king gave they these great elders of ours gave their life to obtain that eternal crown. That eternal prize, man. And they're still talked about to this very day. You know? Just putting things into perspective for modern times, you know?
I appreciate what you said.
Okay.
This is Revelation 14 and 13. And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, right, blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth.
That's right.
Yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and their works do follow them.
Ooh.
You know?
Their works do follow them, man. You see? Because the works that we put in to obtain our eternal prize, our eternal uncorruptible crown, right? Our works are going to follow after us, man. What we did to gain it. Because what brothers are doing right now, I mean, look, it's going to be written, man. What we're doing right now is going to be written in the kingdom of heaven, man. Lord willing, we endure to the end and we be a part of the elect, man. You see? But the works that we exhibit, man, they follow us, man. You know, and those that died laboring for the Lord, their works follow them to this very day. You know?
Yeah, it's a precept. I'm trying to remember where it's at. But in so many words, it says that the angels in heaven, they're pretty much glory in what we're doing because they desire to do what we're doing, man. This is a heavy office that we're holding, man. And so brothers that are in this body that's doing this work, man, understand this not a light thing that we're a part of, man. And Lord willing, that we're of the elect and we continue to fight until the end, okay? We're going to obtain a glory that matches no other, man. You know? The things that we're doing, like, I'll give you an example that you can relate to in this flesh, right? All right, you have the elites of the wicked, right? The Rothschilds, Rockefellers, and all these motherfuckers, you don't see them on no everyday basis, but when they make their faces known, it's noted. It's a big deal. That's how the elect's going to be in righteousness, man. Because we know all Israel is going to be kings. You know, all Israel is going to be, glorified in a sense. But like Meek Mill said, it's levels to this thing, man. It's levels to that glory, and the elect is going to be that upper echelon of glory to the Lord. When people see the elect, it's going to be a big deal. They're gonna see us as as gods. All Israel is going to be gods with a lowercase g, but the elect is going to be like up here. Why not fight for that glory now? But understanding to get that glory, you have to be a base from this side, though, man. Why not make that sacrifice? Okay.
Fuck it.
Fuck it, life.
Bro, this is not life. What you're fighting for is a stake to
Right.
hold in real life.
Right.
What's your integrity like?
Right.
You jumping off you jumping in to face adversity and stand up against wickedness and proclaim Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. How much integrity do you have, man? How much determination do you have? You want it? Go get it.
Fight for it.
Fight for that shit.
Hey, like this brother said, man, you gotta get down for your crown, man. You
Fine.
gotta put in the work to do that. Real quick, off what you just said, Matthew 19:28. And Yahushua said unto them, matter of fact, let me go up. I'm gonna go up to 27. It says, then answered Peter and said unto him, behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Yahushua said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, and that regeneration is just another word for reincarnation, because Lord willing will be of the elect. We've been following Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua in all our past lives, man. Okay? It says, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of the glory, because speaking on that regeneration, as I just mentioned, in death, the men of the Lord's works have followed them. So Lord willing, we're of the elect. Our works have followed us through every incarnation that we've been here on the earth, even to this point now, to where we're of the elect. the Lord is going to have us finish the race in good standing, man. Okay? It says, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. So we're going to have that rulership under our belt. We're going to have dominion. That's part of, man, hey, brother's been going into the whole, topic of spiritual power, right? A part of spiritual power is having dominion, okay? Having power over nations, having power over resources, having power over everything. Well, you're the one running on how things are regulated, man, okay? That's part of the reward for us finishing the race, man. 29. And everyone that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or fathers, or mothers, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life. So if you put off this whole life, say, fuck everything if it's not for my salvation, and if it's impeding me pushing the truth, to hell with it. You're going to receive it 100-fold in the kingdom, man. It's like Elder Kazak, Mississippi said, man. Hey, having women, that's a light thing, man. Yeah. Having something, that's a light thing, because the Lord, hey, this earth is an abundance of everything, man. But that's a mindset you have to have, man. Okay? This life teaches you on thinking that you have to pretty much scrounge for everything. No. This earth was made for our benefit, to make it to where we're able to do what we got to do and get what we got to get to sustain us for our daily bread. But understanding things are done in abundance. The Lord made this place to satisfy us, not the other way around, man. All right? The earth was made to be a paradise. So if we're of the elect, things that we sacrifice on this side is going to be made, we're going to get it back 100-fold, man. Okay? It says, but many that are first shall be last, and last shall be first. So you shouldn't be aiming to be that guy on this side, man. Fuck being that guy on this side. I don't want, like the apostles always say, man, they don't want to be glorified. They just want to teach the word, man. Because the glory is going to come from the Lord in due time, like it tells you. I think that's in Zechariah or Zephaniah, one of the two. The Lord's going to give us that glory in that time, man. But right now, we're just trying to teach the word, man. We're not looking to be glorified. Because at the end of the day, man, that glory is vain. Because when this persecution starts, happening on a mass scale, all of us are going to be put in the worst type of light, man. Where your family's going to hate you. They're going to think you're crazy because they already think we're in a cult anyway. They think that something's wrong with us because we don't fuck with them like that no more, because the ways that they operate, we don't think as no more. So they're going to come against us. Yep. The job's going to fire you because they're going to see you. They're going to see you on the news condemning Babylon. All right. The women might leave you because they can't handle the heat. All right. Everything in this world is going to come against you. So you're going to lose everything. But if you forsake all that for righteousness' sake, for Yahweh Shem Shai, the kingdom, you're going to get it 100-fold. You're going to be blessed immensely if you just sacrifice, man. That's why, get Romans 12:1 real quick, Bible shot. It's all about sacrifice. You got something?
Well, I'm saying, you get it, bro?
You get it.
Whoever get it. Whoever got the quick hands and whatnot.
I got it.
It's Romans 12:1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice.
We're a living sacrifice to Yahweh Shem Shai. Because understanding, as I mentioned earlier, this whole life is a simulation. Your family is not really your family. All right? Dealing with your physical family, we're going to be all the way honest with that, man. Your family ain't nothing but a seed line that was used to bring you into this world. And you want to be 100% with that, man. Your women, and your children, those aren't your real family, because they don't belong to you for real, man. They belong to the system. They belong to Esau. Okay? All the supplements you have in this life don't belong to you. Okay? So you gotta understand that, man. You gotta forsake all that for the Lord's sake, because honestly speaking, knowing the truth, the Lord gave us all that as a preview on, if you follow me and you're willing to give me your life, you're gonna get this, but better. You're gonna get virgins. You're gonna have so many children to where you're not even gonna be able to recognize all your children, man. You're going to be so rich that you're going to, hey, when you read about King Solomon, that's going to be light. King Solomon has so much riches that, man, he had gold, he just put in his afro. He had so much substance to where his servants, Queen Sheba, whatever her name was, she thought his servant was King Solomon. That's how decked out his kingdom was, man. So this shit that we got on this side, this is minuscule. Brothers that got houses, many women, many children, many substance. That shit ain't nothing compared to the blessings that the Lord about to give us in the kingdom. And understanding the Lord gave you all this as a preview to what you got, man. Go ahead.
Holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service.
It's our reasonable service to make all these things a sacrifice, man. To make our life a sacrifice. Because once again, scriptures tell you, our life don't even belong to us, man. Our spirit, we're borrowing our spirit from the Lord, man. So nothing that we have in this world belongs to us. Nothing. Everything is owed to the Lord. So why not sacrifice what we got? Because that's why the scriptures talk about the meek shall inherit the earth, man. Matter of fact, Bible Kashad, man. Get that. I think that's Matthew 5:5. We're going to that word meek in the blue letter, man. Because that shows you the mindset you gotta have going into this word, man. All right. Go ahead.
It's Matthew. It's the word meek.
Read scripture right there, Bible.
Okay. It says, this is Matthew 5:5. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth.
The meek shall inherit the earth. Let's see what this word meek said in the blue letter.
G 42:39. Mildness of disposition, gentleness of spirit, meekness.
Keep going.
Okay. It says meekness toward God is that disposition of spirit in which we accept his dealings with us as good, and therefore without disputing or resisting. In the Old Testament, the meek are those who wholly relying on the Most High rather than their own strength to defend against injustice. Thus, meekness toward evil people means knowing the Most High has permitted the injuries they inflict, that he is using them to purify his elect.
That shows you right there, man. This life is nothing but a simulation because the Lord is the one that's in control. He is using Esau to literally purify us, man. He's using this. He's using the wicked of the earth to literally make us better.
God.
So we're experiencing everything we're experiencing in this world as a testament to make us the ultimate kings, judges, and priests in the kingdom of heaven. So when we get that rulership, it's not going to be no second guessing. It's going to be a zero tolerance.
Like, oh yeah,
bullshit.
They earned that.
Yeah.
they earned that.
Keep going.
Keep going.
And that he will deliver his elect in his time. Gentleness or meekness is opposite to self-assertiveness and self-interest.
Which is what the world promotes. Self-interest and self-assertiveness, man. Because they think everything is done of your own power. You got that dumbass fucking saying in the world, I'm self-made. No, you ain't. Ain't nothing done outside of the Lord's will, man. Okay? So the thing that you have to understand in this truth that everything is done by Yahweh Shem Shai. When you fully give that power over to the Lord and you understand that, look, Lord, I'm at your mercy, things get so much smoother for you, man. You're able to walk with a clear conscience, knowing that, man, anytime I go through some bullshit, I'm taking it to the Lord. Anytime I feel some type of way, I'm taking it to the Lord. Anytime I'm catching hell, I'm taking it to the Lord. Because the Lord is the one that's controlling everything, man. And he's doing all that to show, are you going to come to me?
Right.
The Lord is the plug, man. You want to talk in layman's terms, for you niggas out here, Yahweh Shem Shai is the plug. And we got to continually go back to our power source, man. Okay? Any more on that? Oh, that was it.
It said, it stems from the trust in the Most High's goodness and control over the situation. The gentle person is not occupied with self at all.
Ooh.
This is the work of the Holy Spirit, not of human will.
You said it stems from the trust. Say that again.
The trust in the Most High's goodness.
So the meekness stems from the trust in the Most High. All right. So trusting and fearing in the Most High is vital, man. It's super important, which shows you that this world is totally in darkness, and they don't fear Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, nor do they trust him. You even had this rapper, Tyler the Creator, in one of his songs talking about I don't even trust God.
Wow.
Like, damn, nigga. Like,
well, he's a faggot anyway.
But that's the mindset of these people. That's the mindset of these people. They're not meek. All right? Which is why majority of this world, specifically the nation of Israel, 2/3 are not going to outright inherit the world and pass through this fire on this side, man.
That's right.
They're going to have to go through this fucking fire and sit in this bitch and then be brought back, man.
That's right.
You know?
I got
That's
precept
gonna be ultimate purification.
Come on.
Sorry, you got it, bro.
This is a Sirach chapter 10, verse 24. Great men and judges and potentates shall be honored, yet is there none of them greater than he that feareth the Lord. So, just laying back off what the brother Atazwan was saying, man, you can have all these riches and glory and honor on this side, but if you don't fear Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, it's all worthless, man.
Come on.
Fear is a determining factor in this truth, man. Scriptures talk about fear is the beginning of wisdom. Fear is the beginning of knowledge. Fear is the root source of everything, man. But you gotta have fear in the correct source. But the only fear you should have is of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Fear and everything else is meaningless, because when you go into it in Wisdom of Solomon, I'll get it real quick. All right. Anything outside of the fear of the Lord, that's not real fear. Okay. This is Wisdom of Solomon 17 and 12. It says, "For fear is nothing else but a betraying of the succors which reason offered, and the expectation from within being less, counteth the ignorance more than the coward that which bringeth the torment." So it says, fear is nothing else but the betraying of the help. It's like, but betraying of the help which reason offers. So if you know Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is with you, you have nothing else to fear, because ultimately your fear of losing whatever it is that you're or going through whatever you're scared of, your thoughts of feeding into that fear is actually worse than you actually going through it. Because when you actually go through it, you understand that, hey, the Lord is with me, and it's not that bad.
Right.
You got brothers that's fearing losing their wives, and then when you go through it, it's like, man, fuck that bitch.
And if you feel like you have a fearful spirit, man, pray that the Lord give you a spirit of no fear.
Tells you that in 2 Timothy 1:7. The Lord didn't give us the spirit of fear, but of a strong man, of a strong mind and power. Roughly paraphrasing, man. So you ain't got shit to fear, man. Even with all the hell that we know is about to come on the horizon, the Lord told us what? In the blue letter, look it up for you that don't believe it. 144 times in the blue letter, it says, "Fear not." That's concrete proof that show you that the Lord told us don't fear, because He got us, man. 144 times He told you in the blue letter, don't fear. So all throughout the scriptures, it tells you 144 times, don't fear. That's absolute protection, man. So we ain't got shit to be scared of, man. Unless we picture how about Shemi Al-Shah, But if you're abiding in the will of the Lord, if you're obeying and trying to your best ability to please the Lord, then you good, man. Yeah, we gonna be in the midst of this hell, but the Lord's gonna protect us, man. That's the difference between us and 2/3. Tell you that in Job 5:19 or 17, it says in 6 troubles, even in 7, He's gonna protect us from all evil, man. So we're gonna be good in that day, Lord willing, we're of the elect. So this is why we don't give a fuck about this world, man. Fuck this place and everybody that believe in this place, man. To hell and Yahweh Shemal Shah Shalak right on to all you fucking wicked ass people that trust in this world, man.
That's right.
You got it. So that was all we pretty much had, unless your brother has some precepts.
I have one more to that point that you was just speaking on. This is our second Maccabees chapter 15 and verse 8. Wherefore he exhorted his people not to fear the coming of the heathen against them, but to remember the help which in former times they have received from heaven, and now to expect the victory and aid which shall come unto them from the Almighty. And so comforting them out of the law and of the prophets, and withal putting them in mind of the battles they won afore, he made them more cheerful. And when he had stirred up their minds, he gave them their charge, shewing them therewithal the falsehood of the heathen, and the breach of the oaths. Thus he armed every one of them, not so much with defensive shields and spears, as with comfortable and good words. And beside that, he told them a dream worthy to be believed, as if it had been so indeed, which did not a little rejoice them. You know, and just like the brothers is going into, man, we don't got shit to fear, man. You know, hey, look, the Lord told us, he gave us these promises. He said, look, I will deliver you in 6 troubles. Yeah, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee, man. You know, we don't have shit to fear on this side, man. Yeah, Esau getting ready to come down, but we got a lot to look forward to, being as if, you know, we have a great chance of being the elect, you know, Lord willing. But but just like the brothers are saying, man, don't come into this time with the spirit of fear. You know, come into this time with a healthy expectation of victory. You know, that's why we were given this faith in the first place. You know, we were given this faith so that we might receive a different fate from the rest of this world. You know, not to be condemned with the rest of the world. You know, we shouldn't fear Esau, because Esau only has the power that the Lord gave him. He can't go outside those bounds, man. You know, but with Yahweh Shema Shah, we know that if we continue to fight this good fight of faith, nothing is impossible when it comes to the ways the Lord is able to save and the way he's able to perform the miracles in our lives.
That's right. Hey, that's a heavy point, man. There's all the more reason to fight, man. You know, we got the power of the universe, you know, backing us up, man. Hey, like he got, you know, Golden State got that bench, man. Hey, look, the Lord coming like, look, man, I got you. Right. Why the fuck y'all you out to fight, man? You know, hey, that's like, you know, you got Jake, and you know, in the world at the fighting shit, man. And you can beat us up, but look, I'm gonna call my big brother. And your house gonna come and give y'all niggas a smackdown, man. So hey, we ain't got shit to worry about, man. You know, Quan, if you had something?
No, that's all I had.
Kind, you know. So we'll go ahead and close it through the spirit, man. Lord willing, we pray the blessing to edify. We want to give our honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem, Kodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us the truth and that rule well. And peace and citation to the elect. Until next time, we say Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.
Kwame Yasharala, Baba Ball.
Shalom.